How's everything going?
Oh, not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, I was just looking at your Instagram and I saw your latest post. Which alcohol made you say, I'll never drink that again? Is
Yeah.
that from like a wild night out?
Oh, not recently, but we all have a lot of memories about stuff like that. So,
What would your answer be?
oh, there's a kind of a Jaeger
Like a
feel.
Jägermeister type thing?
Yeah, but it's brewed here in town. It's called Underground, and I went to a friend's house. We played some music and that, and I thought I had one shot of Underground, and I didn't. So I basically cleared a big bottle of it with just this one other person, and it was a terrible, terrible mistake. So, what about you?
For me, it's just Jack Daniels. I was
Oh
in
yeah.
I was in Europe and went to a party and they had given me a few shots of Jack Daniels, and I was young. I didn't know how bad it was going to be, but after three of those within like half an hour,
Oh yeah.
it was over. So yeah,
Oh geez.
I have to stay far away from Jack Daniels these days.
Shoot.
But anyways, I wanted to talk to you about your cover of How Do You Sleep with
Yeah.
Royal Bliss. Great collaboration, and I have to say it, it's like a fresh take on, a top 40 pop song. So that's awesome.
That's what we were trying to do. We sat there and listened over several pop songs, thinking which one should we do, and that one really has always stood out. So that's the one.
No, yeah. Actually, when I hear a lot of these catchy pop songs, they're great, but I always say, it would be so much better to hear actual real instruments
Yeah.
rather than, overproduced drum beats and I don't know those.
There's no soul to it that way.
Exactly, yeah. The songs would be so much better if it was, real instruments and kind of like a rock version.
Yeah, of course.
But how was it teaming up with Royal Bliss? Because you guys are from the same area in Utah?
Yeah, we're both Salt Lake City bands, and we've done a lot of stuff in the past. Tours and shows together. We've talked for a long time about teaming up together on a song, so that just seemed like the perfect opportunity to throw them in. I think Neil's voice complements mine really well, and I've always liked Taylor's playing, so throwing them in on the song was definitely the best choice that we could have made.
Yeah, it seems like it was a lot of fun. And, since the release of your first album in 2016, you guys were busy touring and since have signed with Rock Shop Records. How have you guys been taking in all the band's growth and success?
It's been one step at a time, and it's sort of surreal sometimes how popular things have gotten, and surprising what has become popular. Like we we've put all of our focus in the past on what I would say the wrong songs, the wrong singles, and like on our Spotify and the other streaming platforms, our song "Angels," our biggest hit that we've had, and we did not think that that was the way that was going to go. It was just one of those songs I was putting together last minute, kind of for it, and yeah, it's just been absolutely surreal sometimes.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Spotify is you can see which tracks have how many streams and
Mm.
where people are listening to your music. I know like Brazil and Germany, they're like huge areas for rock music.
Oh yeah. Well, and I have family in Germany as well, so they've been spreading the good word that
Oh,
way.
that's
And
good.
yeah, it's been amazing. I love the way that Spotify does that. You can see, like I think we're in 96 countries right now. It says so. You can see exactly how many listeners in each. Like it's just a really cool feature that they've got for artists.
Awesome. And so the album for the band comes out later this year.
Yeah,
And is Monster going to be included on the album?
absolutely. Yeah, it'll have 10 songs on it. is what we put for this one. Monster, our first single off of there. So yeah, we will definitely have that one on.
And how many tracks are there going to be?
10.
10? Very cool.
Yeah.
And how would you describe the overall feel or vibe of the album?
You know, I have a little bit of ADHD, so I kind of bounce around in songwriting. So we've got some really softer songs, very feels songs. I would say just heavy and honest. There's a good story there if you can pick it out.
Is there like a certain track that you're really excited to play live once concerts happen again?
Yes. So we've got a song that I wrote for my daughter. I call it Charlotte's song, just about all the time that we have to spend away on the road and things like that. So I'm very excited to do that one live, full band. It means so much. And those are always my favorite songs to play, is the ones that really carry that hard meaning.
I can imagine, yeah. And then kind of feeling the audience's response to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of honesty.
Yeah, those tend to be the ones that connect, with the audience.
Mm.
And so hopefully, fingers crossed, the international showcase tour will happen this summer. What can you tell us about that?
The whole Rock Shop team going out and touring, man, we've been looking forward to it for so long now. I just hope, like you say, I really hope that it can happen. But we're just going to tear it up wherever they tell us. And that's all that I know at this point. Wherever we're allowed to go, we're going to go. Have any dates hard set yet. So I don't want to say too much on where it's going to be and how far out we're going to be.
Okay. Well, yeah, fingers crossed, because I know a lot of these festivals have been making announcements, but it's hard to say if they actually will, come to fruition.
Right.
Yeah. What would you say is like your favorite concert memory as a fan?
As a fan, the first time that I saw the Deer Hunter live, they were traveling through with Coheed and Cambria, and I went down to Las Vegas to go and see them. And just the whole weekend that we spent in Vegas leading up to and then seeing them, they're magnificent performers. That guy's voice is absolutely incredible. So I latch on to really good voices a lot. Yeah, it just blew my mind.
I've heard of them, but no, I've never seen them live. Is it like really heavy metal, like mosh pitting and stuff like that?
Not so much. I don't know if you listen to Coheed and Cambria much, but it's kind of in that same kind of prog vein. I would put them in that same category. Very good storytelling, soaring vocals, a lot of instrumental. That's what I gravitate to more than heavy music or metal.
Well, that's cool. And who would you say is like your favorite frontman, like someone you really look up to?
So Coheed and Cambria is my favorite band. So Claudio Sanchez is huge for me. Sully Erna as well from Godsmack. Yeah. I look up to those two. They just have such a good way of connecting with the crowd. And of course, their songwriting is incredible. So those would be my top two.
Yeah, I think from Godsmack, very commanding, I would say. Yeah.
You can't ignore it.
Exactly. And are there, for like new bands out there, are there any that you're digging right now?
There's a ton out there. I listen to a lot of Salt Lake City bands as well. Acacia Ridge has been killing it right now for me. Citizen Soldier is pretty big for me, and those guys are, you can't find better people to be around. They're some of the nicest guys.
Well, that's good. It's great to see when bands are very, down to earth. They don't get their heads too big too quickly.
Exactly.
And
yeah. I look forward to having good conversations with people is just as important as the music sometimes.
Yeah, just, connecting with the fans and interacting with them. It's always nice to see. And what would you say people should be on the lookout for Late Night Savior for the coming year?
Well, we are going to have a couple more singles coming out that are absolute bangers of songs. And then hopefully that album, as soon as that album drops, I think it's going to turn a lot of people's heads. It's absolutely incredible.
And are you guys planning to film some more music videos for the singles?
Yes. So we have another music video coming out for our song Strong Enough to Live. I think that might be the next one that we release, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a video for every song that we do, whether it's a lyric video or a live video.
Well, that's cool. And do you guys try to come up with the concepts yourself, or do you kind of just do what someone tells you?
We have come up with several concepts for videos. I guess it's a lot like songwriting itself. It's the whole team kind of comes together and we throw our ideas in the pot, and whichever one sticks the best wins.
That's a good way to do it. Seems fair.
Right.
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time, and I can't wait to see what else you guys have coming up, and hopefully I get to see you guys on the East Coast.
Absolutely will. Absolutely will.
Well, thanks again.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Yep. Take care.